show them exactly like what visuals to show on the screen. At the end of the day, what have they done? Did the action steps kind of cover this that you had for the goal of the consult?
For sure. For sure. For sure.
This is Chris Tyson, a mentor who's built an audience of over 117,000 Instagram followers, teaching music artists about funding and advertising, spending nearly $20,000 a month on ads to grow his coaching business. And my name's Carson Butler, better known as Carson Raps Content on Instagram. I've grown from 900 followers to over 100,000 followers in just over 6 months, teaching people how to grow their Instagram through educational raps the right way organically. And today, Chris is going to explain the bottlenecks that keep him from staying consistent with his content so he can continue to scale beyond 117,000 followers. So in this one-on-one private consultation, I'm about to give Chris a full content audit to help him fix those bottlenecks by helping him do 3 main things. Number 1, managing his editing team more efficiently using the systems that were exclusive to my content production agency. And number 2, building a consistent content routine that helps him be consistent even when he's traveling. And number 3, telling him how to leverage his personal story to create videos that actually convert using my proven 5P framework. So stay tuned for this video, get your popcorn, your pen and pad, start taking notes, and like I say in my Instagram videos, keep shining. That comes to mind, but before I kind of get into everything, what would you say is for you like the main goal that you want out of like this call, something that would make it like a 10 out of 10 for you by the time we obviously conclude it?
I mean, 'cause right now, definitely with finding video editors. Video.
Ah, I got you.
Yeah. So I think I spent a lot of time searching and just I don't know. I don't feel like I ever got to a point to where I was satisfied with what I felt like I needed. So I went back to doing the videos my way.
Yeah.
And I had some momentum for I say probably for like 2 weeks. Then I started getting on the road and started traveling and kind of like threw me off a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of like been one of my biggest issues is consistency, and that's only because I have so much going on. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
trying to sit still in one place and things like that. Like I'm always like on the go.
Yeah.
So that's been like one of my biggest issues for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Just staying consistent with actually having content go out like on the page.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now we can definitely dive into that. Main thing is just how to find the video editor, or not necessarily how to find, but obviously how to find quality video editors for one, and
Mhm.
then how to stay consistent with content amongst like travel and then etc. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Um, okay. Well, give me some context on like what you tried up to now. That way I'm not giving you information that you don't already have, right? Like what did you do up to now to find the editors?
Um, well, I definitely used the YouTube site. It worked for sure. It definitely worked. I probably got like 60 people. Um, I probably had like a good 60 people follow up.
Right.
Um, I went through a bunch of them. A bunch of them sent me um like little test videos based off of my video. Uh,
Yeah.
and some of them were cool, but I didn't really find anything that like literally like stuck out. Like, okay, this is gonna make a huge difference.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And in terms of like none of them stuck out, right? Like, because I know you said that before. The ones that you had wasn't really up to your quality standard. Like, what would you say? Do you have any references or if it's videos or if it's like other creators on Instagram that's meeting the standard? Because
Mm-hmm.
I could share my screen and I could kind of go just so I could have a reference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have anybody that's like any creators or any videos in particular that you're like, I wanted to look like this video?
I think with what I'm doing with the step by steps, I was going like I would try and go for Devin style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if maybe it just didn't work for what it is that I'm doing, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, because in terms of the Devin style, you were comparing it to the other style you had before with like
Yeah,
this videos right here.
yeah, like that. Yeah, pretty
I
much.
got you. I got you. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, if the whole goal is ultimately engagement, then it sounds like you wouldn't necessarily need like the goal wouldn't necessarily be to find someone that's the best at Devon style. Because yeah, sure, like I could, we have ways that we find people that do Devon style for sure, like, similar to me. But the main thing would just be having people that can maybe even mimic what's already worked for you up to now, right? Because
Hmm.
it's like this has been a video that popped, this one popped, this one as well, and then you also recreated, I believe, this one and
Hmm.
made it like this, and that was something that helped you out. So in regards to the YT jobs, like I know you said that they weren't up to the quality standard you wanted. I just to make sure, like, were you looking for people that could do the quality of like Devin, similar to myself? Were you looking for that? That's like the benchmark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then, what I would say then is, let me go back to the whiteboard real quick. So if the ultimate goal is like obviously like having more engagement and reach on the IG videos, then like if they couldn't do Devin style, let me see if none of them stuck out and compared to Devin style. Yeah, if they didn't compare, then one thing you could do, like an action step number one would be to, if you like, because I'm assuming you already got the 60 people that's in the pipeline right now, then
Hmm.
it would pretty much be if you or maybe an assistant, ideally like an assistant, because like they can outreach everybody one to one a lot better, and so you don't have to do that. Um, you or an assistant do like some one-on-one outreach to current applicants so you can get price points. And this is really like per video price points for the simple edits that have already done well, right? 2023, 2024. I know you had another one in 2025. Um, Obviously, like the simple text, that's text, cuts, or I would say cuts, captions, and ultimately the visuals make sense too because you're going to different websites like ads.google.com, dnb.com, things of that nature. So
Hmm.
I can just depict the visuals that are in alignment with like whatever websites you got. But that would be number one. Number two, you obviously, I know you did test out some editors for posting their content as well. Um, because like again, you had I seen some of the videos that you put on your page. What happened with the other ones that you had tried out with different posts? Like, did they not
So
did they
I
yeah.
so I so I put them under I not archived them, but I removed them from my front page. They're on the real side. And the reason I kind of did that is what I noticed is uh those videos
Right here.
anytime I do those style videos, Instagram don't push them out. So
5K.
anytime, and like the ones you see where it's 65,000, 60,000, right there, that's
Right.
because I put an ad behind them. But if you look at the engagement, it's just as good as a video that Instagram would have put out. So I'm like, why didn't they just push it out? But anytime I do super edited videos like that, it does not work. Anytime I use like Instagram and I use the like I edit inside the app, that's when it gives me it does a little bit better.
I got you. I got you. Okay.
Like it'll shoot up at the beginning and then it'll just tank anytime and it's been like that anytime I've ever tried to do like some editing outside the app, it always does that. Like it just tanks every time.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, yeah. So there's another thing, bro, that we did as well in regards to like me and the team. Like we personally have done this, so I feel pretty good about giving this as a strategy. If you want to scale the native Instagram edited videos, there's a way to do it. This one isn't really Devin style, and this hit 225,000 views, 1.7 thousand comments, organic. We didn't put any ad spend behind this video. If you
Mhm.
slice it in half with the mini chat replies, that's probably a good like 850, 800 comments of people commenting the keyword
Mm.
with this class. So we were pushing people to the free class for the webinar. And the thing about the editing itself is really not that crazy complex. This is actually the editor's screen. This is not my screen.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So he went to this video. Like it's kind of easy to tell too when you like look real deep. This is
Mm.
like the browser. Um, it also looks real because like you can see it's kind of like on a you can kind of see it. It's like kind of tilted so it doesn't look super pristine and perfect. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's ultimately like the style that we have for this video. Like I said, it hit 225. We had another video that was promoting the class as well that hit, I believe we got this one on, I'm trying to see. Yeah, this one hit 41K. And this one was B-roll. This is not my finger. This is the editor's finger.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So there's a way to scale stuff that looks real and native, right? Yeah, the thing is really just obviously putting him in a position. Now, granted, I did fly to India, so it was kind of a little bit easier,
Mm.
because he just had like I taught him exactly what to do in person. But ultimately, like you can have a Zoom call or a Loom video and then just show them exactly like what visuals to show on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really the main thing that you would have to do when it comes to that would ultimately like come down to the scripting. Are you scripting your videos word for word?
If I'm doing if I'm doing like the step by step videos, I'm not scripting those. But anytime I'm doing like a regular like info video, those are scripted.
Okay. And then does the editor they get the script from you?
So I haven't been using no editor lately.
Yeah, I'm saying when you did have them.
Oh yeah, 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 for sure. Yep.
Okay. That's good. Yeah. So for the editor then the only change you would make then, right? Action. So I'm gonna say action step number one, obviously action step number two that I talked about would be um have editors record their own screen um based on websites mentioned in the video. Action step number three, just you from the scripting standpoint, you essentially you essentially would have to lead them and tell them exactly like where to go.
Mm.
So if I go into my content board, I'm gonna just show you like some of the action steps that I put in my scripts that make it pretty easy for me to get what I want, limit revisions, right? It might be one revision instead of five because I tell them what to do up front.
Mm-hmm.
One of the videos where I told them what to do up front, if I share my screen and show you, all right, some content board. Yeah, so we pretty much got all these right here. One of the videos, this might be one, this is just writing. Um, this is one, this is an example. Um, I'm trying to see, it's probably like my earlier ones. Yeah, yeah. So Riverside. I'm gonna use this is a perfect example. This is a perfect example. All right, so Shazam rap. So I had a rap that was basically called like you want to use the trending sample when you see a video, it says original audio,
Mm-hmm.
right? Basically telling people how to find the sounds where you don't know what it is. So basically I'm guiding the editor on everything of what to do. Like show a viral video that has original audio. And then for this section, it's like you want to basically foreshadow the sound name, right? By saying like you want to show the Shazam logo, but like blur a screen recording. It's easy to see in the video if I go to my page, the actual one, because the editor he did everything that he needed to do. This is the one right here: sound, video, original audio, blur. right?
Mm,
Boom. And then he said, show a power up animation from Mario Kart, have a sound effect, power up your content, power up, go to the computer, type in Instagram on recording, like a screen recording. So that's why he did the MacBook UI.
mm-hmm.
Boom, screen recording, go to a video you like. Again, look, original audio, right? I didn't have to tell him. You get what I mean? Because I'm basically putting the notes of like how to edit inside of here. Reveal the words, show yourself downloading Shazam. He did that. Download. Boom, boom, boom. So that's pretty much what you would need to do. Just to make sure that like, because usually you would do it yourself. That's why like that's the scale version. You just gotta guide them just a bit, and then they'll do it themselves with the computer they got.
So pretty much scaling him and telling him in between your script of what to specifically
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. And if you want to get a little more like if you want to get a little more specific, because like sometimes they'll do what you want, but it might not be the way that you want. Like it might not look the way you expected.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I said, for some videos, if it's let's say this one's let me see, IG versus TikTok. So if it's like a stat and I say, hey, the reason why IG is better than TikTok is because TikTok out of people that make 100,000 per year, only 27% actually use TikTok, right? I might go to an article and I'll be like, hey, you put this article on the screen just so because I did the research. So I gotta screenshot it or link the article inside of my script so
Mm,
that I make sure they know to put that in there so it looks official. You get what I mean?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So that would pretty much be what you want to do.
That makes sense. That might be easier for what I'm for my type of video anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Because obviously, like, one person that you really want to study, like, who did just to a T, because I know at a certain point he was not doing all this
That's my dog. He the one
himself.
who taught me.
You know, Justin P.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah, he
He
scaled this.
he
He
actually
does. Oh, he deleted all his content. He deleted it. But remember when he used to do the shaking his head shit?
he taught me how to. I got that from him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the pointing. That's not him.
Huh?
The pointing shit on the screen when he would do that in the video. That's not him. Eventually, yeah, that's like an editor.
Oh, I didn't know that part. But
Yeah. That's how he was just pumping so much.
he was pumping now for
Yeah,
sure, for
because
sure.
he just did the same shake. The backdrop would change, and
Yeah.
then the websites change. But
Mm,
it's his voiceover, right? Even the damn script, it was the same structure, so it's just different websites.
makes sense.
Yeah. So that'll turn you up for sure. Um,
That's why I originally like he originally put me onto that.
yeah,
Since I was doing that, it literally turned around my whole IG.
yeah. He went crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
He was going crazy.
Yeah. He blew up. He blew up like crazy. Um, but yeah, that would be pretty much like the action step number three is just having like telling or giving notes. Damn, it's in bold. Giving notes on what editors should do inside of the script itself,
Hmm.
so they know how to edit it, which obviously limits revisions and then increases like content output on IG, right? Because you got stuff that's just going out faster. Um, in terms of the actual like the in terms of after they get the videos from you, like let's say the script's done, they receive the footage, they're editing. What is like? Do you have like what's your management process in the sense of like are y'all using certain softwares? Like how are you managing the editor basically?
Discord.
Okay, Discord. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Discord.
Discord, and then the Notion that Devin set up.
Okay, the Notion. Yeah, the Notion Hub.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. Is your do you have is it just you and the editor, or is it you, the editor, some other people?
Just me and the editor.
Okay. That's a recipe for disaster. Um, because as you get busier and as you make more money, you're not gonna be able to just talk to the editor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. I know. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's a pain for sure. Okay, I'm glad you told me. Discord, that makes sense because obviously, like most editors use it. Like that's so I get that. That's like WhatsApp. That's like just hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you manage all of like the company communication, like maybe assistants or business partners or if it's appointment setters, like where do you manage all company communication?
Slack.
Add them to Slack ASAP.
Mm,
And yeah, you want to add them to Slack. Yeah, so that's action step number four. Um, because we really have a good infrastructure for Slack. I know Devin is used Discord. Really, you could do the same on Discord, but if you already got Slack, it's easier to just say with Slack, honestly.
mhm,
Um, it's way easier. Move editor to Slack and create dedicated channels. Right. So I'll show you pretty much our process with the editors internally. Uh, we have a few different channels for the editors. My assistant, she organized them beautifully. I just gotta shout her out. Let me see, editing channel. Okay. Okay, so we got five. I'll show you them now. So number one, the first channel we have is editing channel, right? This
mm,
is basically where the edits actually go out. This is where pretty much the editors post their edits for clients. So Dejan, Avon, myself, Carson, and we use. Do you use Frame.io or you? I'm sure you do.
Nah, I'm not using Frame.io.
Ooh, damn, yeah, bro. Yeah, so I'll show you the look of Frame.
I've
Uh,
seen it, but I was gonna at some point in time I was gonna watch a bunch of videos on YouTube to get an idea of how it works, just to get a better
yeah,
idea.
yeah. So to save you some time of watching YouTube videos, Frame is pretty easy. Like it's pretty much okay. Like the editor will submit comment, or either you or maybe if you have a creative director, they submit their comments on Frame. So my creative director, he submit like Projwall, he submits comments at different timestamps,
Mm-hmm.
which you've probably seen. One good thing about Frame is you can also like add pictures. So if you want a specific picture to pop up, that's like a design that you saw in Devin's video, you can put that there. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? If it's certain things that they should put in there and like, oh, like this is my IG story. He should put this because it looks real. If it looks real, people believe it, right? So that's gonna be really good. I'd say for you, it's gonna be really easy because I mean, if you just got one editor you're managing, the cost is a lot lower the less editors you got. So for example, for you, I believe it'd be like an extra 15 a month. And instead of going back and forth on Discord, like, hey, change this, change that, change this, change that, and then
Mm-hmm.
it gets lost. The deeper you text them, they don't have to scroll up. Frame keeps it on the same thing because when you have different versions, I can compare the versions and be like, okay, cool. So he said, hey, can you make a shake and boom? So then he made a shake and boom a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I go back to version one. He said, "Can you add a pop-in effect?" So this is look. You see how this looks so much better instead of it being like all at once. It pops up each time,
Mm-hmm.
right? Boom, 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 like that. So just different changes. You can compare it in frame and visually see the difference. You get what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yeah. And like I said, it'll just keep it a lot more organized because like with Discord, again, it's gonna get flooded the more videos you pump out of
Mm-hmm.
you texting them back and then texting you and then back and forth, back and forth. Frame just keeps all of it central inside of there.
Got you.
Yeah. Yeah. And then obviously with Frame, they basically send the frame links inside of the Slack channel. So if I go back to the channel, pretty much we got editing channel. They share that. They share the client they're editing for, if it's me or for one of the ones we manage. Um, Daily commitments. So if they have something they want to do at the start of the day, they know they got to hit the gym, they got to do revisions, and they got to hit their protein count. I don't know. If they need to hit the gym, they need to get a new PC, and they need to eat healthy, right? Like they put that in there. So pretty much like emphasizing the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Got better every day. So this is pretty much like at the end of the day, what have they done? They did this. He did a client video. Got 8 hours of sleep, deep work, ate clean. Right? They might post themselves at the gym. Me, I do it. Editors, they post themselves like running 5Ks, um, posting, long walks. They do that. Things of that nature. Food that they ate, healthy food, whatever the case might be. So we pretty much have different channels that number one help with the culture, and then number two help with like tracking who they're editing for in this one right here.
Got you.
Yeah.
Seems like a good way to build your connection with your team as well too. Looks like
Yeah.
does that
Yeah.
help?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, we got people that sign on and come to the team. Like, for example, like obviously we got the guys that are posting their stuff in here. He's actually pretty jacked. Um, it bleeds. It bleeds. Like, Um, there's a phrase I heard in Harvard actually said this on in the article. They said if it bleeds, it leads. So like when you have like company coaching like this, it's gonna bleed to the rest of the team, right? Uh,
Hmm.
even Joanne, like she's my exec assistant. She started putting some stuff in here. I don't know if like Joanne and if I type in Joanne in better every day, like even her, I think she put something or something like that. I don't know. She was like, hey, like this is motivating me to work out more, even though like it's clearly just the editors and all guys. Like
Hmm.
it'll lead to the rest of your team. So
I
um
got you. I see what you're saying.
yeah. It's definitely gonna lead them to the right direction. The last thing we do is as well is we make sure that each editor has their own one-on-one channel.
Hmm.
So like let's say that they don't want to just let's say that it's something that the editing channel they put their edits there, sure, but if they have like questions for just you and maybe you have an assistant that can respond, if you have a creative director could just be the best editor on the team realistically. um,
Hmm.
the best or the best leader, either or, because that's different. So the best leader could be people that they respond in Slack the fastest. They always give help when help isn't asked for of you. Like they do what they do above and beyond. Like the creative director can be that person.
Hmm.
The one-on-one channel could just be it really, if it's an editor, it'll be like me, the editor, um, my EA, and then the creative director, pretty much.
Got you.
Yeah. So then if they need help, like they'll ask, and this will be flooded if they need help, but not the editing channel. Editing channel stays pretty organized,
Hmm.
right? So management wise, I'd say like that's definitely gonna help you. Um, Number one, the thing it helps with is just like at least for Slack, right? Like they feel more a part of a team, right? 'Cause obviously, like you got better every day, daily commitment. They feel more part of a team. Um, the culture improves, and then the another thing as well is it allows you to not be the bottleneck, right? Because if you have, I'm assuming you do. Do you have an assistant or someone that's like they respond on your behalf?
On certain things, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like if you're not up and they are, or if you can't respond, you're traveling and they can, then obviously like they can communicate. Maybe they don't know about videos, but at least someone can get back to the editor and they're not thinking, damn, let me go look for some new clients instead of Chris. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's because that's what goes through their mind. They're always like, how can I make money? You get what I mean?
Hmm.
That's gonna be really the thing that helps. Obviously, my goal is like for each action step to make sure that it doesn't bottleneck you. This will be the thing that engagement ultimately increases. This will save you a lot of time. Action step two, this will limit the revision count, which increases how much content you can actually put out. So better quality, more time, better quantity, and then ultimately better team camaraderie as a whole. Let me know. I know we got a lot of action steps. I'm big on just making things simple. Do you got anything about this? I know I said a lot. Any questions?
That's I mean, from what I see, that's about I could see everything that you have step by step for the most part for sure.
1,000. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then in terms of next step, right? You said management, Discord. Obviously, like we mentioned, like adding in the Slack, creating the dedicated channels that I showed you previously.
Mhm.
Um, Devis Notion Hub. Are they finding that easy to manage?
For the one that I have in there, at the moment. He has been, yeah. I haven't worked with him in a while, but yeah, for the most part.
I got you. Okay. Okay. Um, Talk to me then in terms of like consistency. I know that there's two sides of it, right? Like the
Yeah.
editor has to consistently edit. You got to consistently keep editors. So in terms of consistency, I would break this down, right? Like we got uh, so the editor, and you got the creator. Your commitment to the editor is creating content. So that could be writing the scripts slash outlines and filming the videos and managing editor. Their commitment to you is editing content, right? Revising videos. If you an optional thing could be posting for you. That's not mandatory, but editing, revising, and ultimately even managing you, right? From a communication standpoint, right? Like communicating. So I obviously talked about like how the editors can limit their revisions. Editing content, you don't really need to teach them how. Well, I kind of did in terms of like them recording their own screen. So that helps them edit. We talked about revising. We talked about management and how they can communicate with you and your team without you being the bottleneck. So action step four will help with that.
Mhm.
But in terms of you as the creator, um, writing scripts, filming videos, managing. So we covered this, I'd say, but we got to cover this, right? I know you said you travel a lot. Do you have like a consistent like day that you script or a consistent day that you film? Like how like what's your process for like the actual creation part?
No specific day. I think I just been placing it on a calendar and if trying to just fit it in somehow, some way for the most part.
I
And
got you.
lately, I just haven't been doing it as much because I've been having so much other things to do in business.
Okay.
I haven't been finding the time like I need to, which is why again, I kind of went back to my phone and started doing things. But if I can manage it um properly with a nice management system, then I think that would kind of get me, on track with it with an actual editor.
No, 1000. So are you also running ads as well, like doing the Facebook ads still?
I part lie. I'm not even running ads right now.
Wow.
I'm,
Okay.
I'm I'm literally about to start back like next week. I literally like paused everything. And honestly, to be totally honest, I waited too long. I got caught up doing other things, and I waited too long to set things back up to a point to where with ads within a 7-day period, everything resets. You know what I mean? So my whole thing reset, and my cost per lead and all of that went up when
Got
I
you.
when I turned everything back on.
Got you. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, because I was gonna do some research on your ads library too, because I know y'all were spending, I believe it was what were y'all spending like 20K a month on ads?
I was spending about a good anywhere from like 900 to like 1100 a day at one point in time.
Yeah. Yeah. So times 20, that's like 18,000 a month if you
Yeah,
just
that's
yeah.
yeah, that around there. That sounds about right.
Yeah, well, yeah, I knew it was about 20 because you
Yeah.
take weekends off because some people pause ads on the weekends because conversions may typically go down. Yeah, you about spending 18, 20. Which again at the time when we talked, I know the ROAS I believe was like a 2 to 3x. And then
Yeah, it was killing.
y'all's margins are obviously pretty lean with the school and the mentorship and things of that nature. Um,
Hmm.
and then I know y'all also do funding services, so that comes in on the back end. But um, okay. Yeah, bro. So this is really important in the sense of like this editor part because obviously like ads and content are just one and the same, two sides of the same coin. The only difference is one you spend money on, the others you don't spend money on. So um yeah, we got to make sure for sure that you can like somewhat stay consistent so that the you can have consistent ad creative output,
Hmm. That
which
part.
will lead to consistent I won't say even low or high cost per lead, but profitable cost per lead, whether
Mm,
it's high and you sell a higher ticket, or whether it's lower and you get them on a low ticket. Um, Profitable cost per lead with consistent ad creative output will obviously help when you can do these things well, which will be really just action steps 1 through 4. Now, in regards to writing script and filming, I know you said that this is something that just whenever you find the time is kind of when it happens. Um,
mm-hmm.
okay, I see what you're saying. Let me go ahead and actually let me drag this down. Let me go ahead, drag this, boom, boom, drag this, boom, because yeah, yeah, definitely. I want to make sure you get that because I know when we talked, you said that paid was the main acquisition source. Like that was the main
Mm-hmm.
way people were finding you first.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So if the ads is turned off and the organic isn't as consistent as before, then yeah, we definitely need to turn things on into the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. So in regards to the scripting part, I feel pretty good about this just because I mean, just in the last, obviously, like we have periods of time where there's not as much on the page. Like even this month, like we put out 4 videos, which is very like rare. But just over the last like 6 months that we went from like on this page, we went from 900 followers. This was the 22nd, like almost 6 months later to hit 96,000. We've put out, if we calculate it, 101 on the 22nd of March, 191 on September. So we put out 90 videos
Mm,
the last 6 months, which means we're averaging a video at least like every other day.
mm,
Because that's like, if we look at 6 months, 180 days, because 30 times six, and then 90 videos in 180 days. And that's not even counting some like podcast clips, some collab posts like that. I don't count because realistically, like that's not meant to grow my brand and meant to get people buying the product. That's just general stuff. But in
mm-hmm.
terms of the stuff that you see on my feed, like everything that has a thumbnail, again, not the collab posts, just all this, yeah, we post pretty consistent, like a video every other day.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to do that, there's been a few things that I've done to help with that. Um, Honestly, bro, like one of the greatest things you can do is at least at the start. Obviously, there's a scale version of this because like we do have, and for our own clients, we have someone that helps with the scripts. Like we
Mm-hmm.
have a guy that I've trained and sent Loom videos to. But before that even can become like an option, I personally recommend. I know Devin, he mentioned this before. I am pretty biased because it worked for me, but it worked and got us 96,000 followers in 6 months, in less than 6 months. So, what I did personally, I can just only speak for what I've done. Scripting, honestly, in like the first 2 hours of the day, filming in like third hour of the day. And I don't know, I'm very extreme, but I'd say as many days as you can do this. I either do this, it is do this as many days as you can. Maybe it's every other day. If it's every day, I personally was doing like every day at my peak. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like with the scripting and then the filming. There's another element of my content process too, because I got to record. So recording might be like once. That might be like once every 2 weeks. Like recording the actual music one time every 2 weeks, and that might be like on a Saturday. But the actual lyrics and me just on camera, like stuff that's hard to replace. It's very hard to replace you on camera. We obviously know that. That's no that's like understood without a doubt. And then the scripting, a lot of people, it's definitely like it can be a pain, but you have to think like truly what is scripting if you break it down. Scripting is just being able to usually do one or two things. You do one or three things. You either give information as the people that we have, like online people that will have online offers. If you sell some type of mentorship, then the way that people trust you as a mentor is you mentor them in some way for for free on Instagram. You give
Mm-hmm.
them information, you give them inspiration, or you give them some type of insight into their incompetence. And that's just a fancy way to say you basically give them insight into their problems,
Mm-hmm.
like what they're doing wrong. Right. So if you give inspiration, information, or insight, there's not a lot of people that can do this as well as you can, because obviously, like, funding and marketing, or funding and paid marketing like the back of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
You've already learned that. Inspiration is, like, I'm assuming, obviously, for yourself, which I haven't even dove into. We could dive into, like, even maybe set up another call for me to understand this. But because I have a lot of clients that do similar to what you've done, like, we've had clients that do Facebook ads. We've also had so many clients do funding. I mean, one of our clients hit 300,000 views on her video. She's in funding. Another person hit 20,000. We just had a client that's at just under 30,000 on one of his videos. And the whole thing of what I teach them when it comes to, if you want to inspire people that need to get business funding, it's like, okay, really easy. P. What does this stand for, right? All these five P's. This stands for past, pain, push, present, plans. Easy framework for inspirational content.
Mm-hmm.
Past. What were you doing in the past? Um, I went from, I went from I went from having $128 to my name and living at my mom's house to having $100,000 in business funding and running a six-figure business to help people get funding. Here's how I did it, so you know anything's possible. Before I was living at my mom's house, I had $128 to my name because I had an old business. Someone scammed me, so I didn't even have the cash flow to be able to start a new business. And that was painful because I was paying for everything through cash, and when he stole all the money out the bank account, I had no cash left and I had no way to be able to continue doing something else. Boom, that's a pain point. I was just spending cash. I didn't have funding. Then this pushed me to learn about credit because I knew that without cash, I could still get access to $100,000 in business credit. Once I got $100,000 in business credit present, I now help other people get business credit as well through adding trade lines and increasing their credit score from the 500s to the 700s. And now my plan is to help at least 70 people get to the 700s by 2027. If you want to get to the 700 so you can get access to seven figures in funding, comment seven below and I'll send you a link to book a call with me. Right? That's pretty easy for inspiration. And nobody can really do that unlike you, because you actually are your own testimony. You feel me? And you know your story better than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we got expertise, hard to outsource. Like I said, we got inspiration, hard to outsource because this is like your story. Um, and then obviously insight. Nobody really knows your customer like you do because you're selling to them. You
Mm-hmm.
talk to them, you train your closers on the prospect, not the product. Like, you know them back, you know them because you probably were an artist yourself. I'm just assuming, and it's probably true.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Um, so this is pretty much like customer awareness. So because of that, like, what I did to solve this, an action step for you, when you have like the days, because we really will have to come up with like a consistent content schedule for you. I know with travel it can be kind of all over the place, like, because you might travel at different days that you didn't expect or whatever the source. Are there certain days when, like, you don't have to travel, or does it just vary? I'm assuming it varies, but
It just varies. Yeah, but now, like I told myself for the rest of this year, I don't care where I am. Like I'm staying on track with what I need to be, what I need
um,
to do, you know what I mean?
yeah. So yeah, what personally worked for me, bro, and I can only give this action step. Like, you'll find your flow over time, and I'm even getting back into it myself because I just got back from India like 3 weeks ago almost. But um, what worked for me, like in like peak season of just me putting stuff out every day, my goal was very simple, and this worked for me because if I have a simple goal that I can do every day and I know I can do it, I'll do it. It's
Mm-hmm.
like if you say work out 10 minutes a day, that's easy. 5 10 minutes a day, and it adds up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus the person that's trying to work out 2 hours a day or 2 hours a day every week, and you try to do 2 hours a day
Mm-hmm.
a week, then you're burnt the fuck out after that 2 hour session. You never want to work out again. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
for me, I am slightly against batching. For recording, I think you can batch, but for scripting itself, I just had a KPI, one script per day at the start of the day.
Mm, mm,
If I just a script one, it's on my whiteboard. It's actually filming because I'm actually getting into like YouTube and I don't have to script that as much. But if I just film a video a day, I'm good. Like I just need a script or script one video per day or film one video a day.
mm,
Either or. I just do that, I'm good. Like it's like regardless again where you are, I might be down. I've wrote songs in Cali, I wrote songs in India, I wrote songs in Miami, I wrote songs obviously here in the crib. Doesn't matter where I'm at. All I gotta do, if I just script one video that day, I know I'm doing stuff that's gonna grow the business.
mm-hmm.
Right? Because no one has my face card, no one has my insight on my customers, no one has my story, and no one has my expertise outside myself. It's the same for you. Right? This will ultimately make sure that editors have consistent work, which means more pay for them, which means more editor retention. This will make sure that you have consistent ad creatives every 7 days, which means profitable cost per lead, which means sustained revenue every month, and ultimately it will lead to more brand growth, which means more credibility and more trust, and then this will also lead to more revenue every right. Make sure this is done by end of day every day. At least this one, like again, I got it on my whiteboard. I'm like, I have like a whole form. It's like basically like if you really want to scale this, because I literally have my assistant help me with this with Joanne. She has a Slack automation that sends every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's founder EOD form. Founder is like what I need to do every day. Because again, we track the editor shit, but I gotta do what I need to do every day to grow the business.
You know, I have my team do that in Slack the end of day. I need to be doing
But
that.
we don't fucking do it though. Yeah, but we don't do it. It works like a charm for employees, but we are the most valuable employee.
Facts.
If we get fired, the whole business goes to fire. Yeah, well, the whole time we fire ourselves, and then no wonder why our business catches on fire. So I
Mm-hmm.
was like, shit, I need to be filling out EODs every day, and we use I mean, if it's whatever you use, Google Form type form, ClickUp forms, we use ClickUp because that's like where we manage the scripts. But yeah, like a Slack automation sends every day, like let's say at 8 o'clock every day. Hey, did you film? Did you post five? Did you do stories? Did you work out? Did you stay in your calories? And did you script a rap or did you script a video? Right? You do that, you'll be good to go. I'd say along with these action steps, bro, you have Chris, obviously for yourself or the assistant, they do outreach to the current applicant so you can see what price points they give you on like simple edits.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you have your editors record their screen based on websites mentioned in the video. Then like this is obviously when you hire different ones or hire the current one. Um, you give notes to the editors on like what to do inside of the scripts. You move the editor into Slack for sure so that you aren't the bottleneck and they're obviously more part of a team. You script or film at least one video a day and make sure it's end of the day. I don't see how. I believe when we talk, the goal was what, like maybe 100 a month. I don't see how you don't get to that and pass it easily with just those 5 steps. Like, I hope I delivered on what the goal of with this consultation was. I know you said find quality editors and how to stay consistent. Did the action steps kind of cover this that you had for the goal of the
Uh,
consult?
for sure. For sure. For sure.
All right. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed Chris's breakdown. If you want to have your own one-on-one call with me and learn how to grow your personal brand like I have to over 100,000 followers with other committed business owners, click the second link in the description to learn more about my Shine Through Social Academy. But if you're already doing $20,000 to $50,000 a month and want me to personally help you one-on-one with structuring your content, filming your content, and building and managing the editing team for your content, we're taking up to 3 new clients this month for our Done For You service, and for that reason, we cannot take on everyone. It's the same service that helped my client Benjetta hit 1 million views in 30 days working with me and get over 300,000 views on her best video. And the same service that helped my client Avon get almost 100,000 views on his first video working with me and cash collect over $30,000 last month in October. Because what good is views? My client Dejan also closed a $60,000 deal directly from his content we helped him create. And even if you run pay ads, my client Arasha closed 2 high-ticket clients in 24 hours from just a $5 a day ad budget we helped her with. So if you want results like that, click the first link in the description to have a free audit call with me or my team. We'll analyze your content, build you a custom content game plan, and show you exactly what's possible if you qualify for our Done For You service. But if you're still on the fence, click this next video where I tell you exactly how I grew my Instagram to over 100,000 followers in just over 6 months, and how you can too. And like I say in my Instagram videos, keep shining.